Hey YouTube, today we're doing a review of the ATS Chemicals 505 CRF fuel system treatment. This should help get carbon out of your engine. The dealership has been telling me the last couple of times I've been there that they want to carbon clean my engine. Usually they ask about $350. And I'm not sure what treatment they use, but I think they use an actual machine to clean it out. And ATS Chemicals actually sells an awesome machine. But otherwise, I'm going to look in the engine today, see if there is any carbon, and then we're going to see if this helps remove it. I'm going to do the fuel treatment first, which goes in your gasoline tank, and then we'll check on it, and then I'll use the oil treatment when I do my oil change, which I'm due for as well. For $64, ATS will ship you a box with both of these in it to your door, which is a little bit expensive for a fuel treatment cleaner. This car has about 100,000 miles on it, and I've never done a carbon cleaning on it. I have noticed maybe a little bit decreased power and acceleration, so we'll see if this helps. And then on cold startups, I do get a little shrill noise coming from the engine, kind of a metallic noise, which I think is the timing belt tensioner can make a little bit of noise if it has carbon buildup on it. So hopefully this will help. We're going to try both these products out and see if they work by checking our engine for carbon. All right, and to look in the engine, we're going to use this cheap camera we got off Amazon for $8. Just a little pen camera that hooks up to my computer, and we'll be able to record what it looks like on top of the pistons. And then we'll be using this wrench with an extension and a spark plug adapter on there to take out our spark plugs, and we'll have to take our coil packs out too. So let's do that here real quick. All right, we are ready to probe the Corolla. So I have basically the world's cheapest kind of camera here. You can use it to look in your ears, but it should work for this application. It took me a while to figure out how to get it installed on this computer, but we have gotten it installed here, and we can kind of see the image there. And we're just going to go down into the engine here, and I'll put the video up now. All right, so as you can see, there was a decent amount of carbon on that was a cylinder number 1. It is kind of a pain to get all these out, so I'm just going to check at number 3. So we'll have checked 1 and 3, and then I plan on replacing the spark plugs after all this is done. So we'll check all 4 once it's done, but safe to say there's definitely carbon in this engine, and it could benefit from a $64 worth of cleaning product. All right, I didn't show too much of me getting the spark plugs out, but the key is to get a 9/16 spark plug socket. I don't know if you can see it in there, but there's a little rubber piece in there that helps hold the spark plug so that you can actually get it out of the engine well, or that cavity that it sits in. And then the other key is to get one of these locking extensions, so that way when you put it back in with this, if it doesn't lock, if it's not locked onto here, which is what this black piece does, then it'll get stuck on the spark plug when you pull it out, and then this will be stuck on in there, and you'll have to figure out a way to get it out, which a lot of people use magnets and other things. But I got this for $3.50 on Amazon. These locking extensions, Harbor Freight, it was like $10 for a pack of 4 of different sizes. And that was the other thing, making sure you use the correct size. So it's long enough, but you still clear this. You don't have to take the whole thing off. And then I ended up deleting when I looked in the first. So we'll have video on 2 and 3, and then we'll check all 4 when I replace the spark plugs. All right, so I filled up my gas tank. It holds about 13.3 gallons. So we're just gonna add this straight to that, and then we'll drive it for a full tank, and then we'll check the results with the camera again. So just pour the whole bottle in there. And there you go. All right, guys. So it's been a couple weeks now, and I've run 2 full tanks through the engine, 2 full tanks of gas. So I put a tank of gas in, I put the cleaner in, ran that all the way to empty, and then I ran another tank of gas just to be thorough. So we're going to take a look in basically cylinders 2 and 3 here, and see if there's any carbon on them. All right, guys, so there's the before and after with just the fuel system treatment. Next, I'm going to do the oil system treatment in the next video, and we'll do a before and after on that. So subscribe if you want to see that. I think maybe a little bit of carbon got cleaned off the top of the engines there. You can definitely tell the difference. I'm not sure if carbon on top of the piston head is the best measurement of whether or not this is working, because it cleans your whole engine theoretically. Would I use this after every fill up? It starts to get a little bit expensive at that point, especially if you did both of these. Certainly you could just do the fuel system treatment or just the oil system treatment, depending on which one we think works better. So we'll kind of find out. We can compare in the next video what we think. But certainly Scotty Kilmer was a fan of these guys. Maybe if I had like one of those Volvos that has a lot of trouble with carbon getting in the engine, I might use this more often. But I think this is something you can use every 50 to 100,000 miles, and then maybe use a cheaper fuel system cleaner at your regular 10,000 mile intervals. But if you have any questions, put a comment below. Thanks for watching. If you want to see the next video, go ahead and subscribe. I'll catch you all later.